think TV's in this transition period, which is, it's been illustrated really well by describing it as a sort of hybrid period of time. And what that means is linear is declining. There's no two ways about it, right? Viewership is declining. And broadcasters around the world are trying to compensate for that by launching digital services. They have yet to offset the declines in linear with the growth in digital, but that's coming. In addition to that, they're moving to also IP as well, which will allow them to have greater data and targeting. And I think in this sort of hybrid world, it's going to be a really challenging time for all broadcasters. How do they manage that? In many markets, you have quite a few brands, broadcasting brands, that support some smaller markets, some mid-sized markets. And frankly, I don't think all will survive in this next period of time between 5 and 7 years. Because the other headwind they're facing, and we just heard it from Brian Weiser, is that incremental spend isn't down in ad spending, and that incremental spend is going to the platforms. And that's a massive challenge in this, because the transition period of time will require investment, will require time, and they need that money, and they're not getting it. Why are they not getting it? Well, we heard from Peter Field today talking about effectiveness, what brands should be doing, and they are not by and large. So TV, the other headwind is they're losing that subjective battle as well. And I think the fallout will be, you'll see consolidation. I think you'll see ease of regulation in a lot of markets to allow better cooperation. And you will find, I think some of them, unfortunately, I think some of these big TV brands or mid-sized TV brands will probably end up going out of business.
Yeah, when we look at the advertising outlook, we've seen forecasts recently that suggest slower ad growth globally next year, with streaming TV certainly growing fast, but as you said, not offsetting the decline in linear quite yet. What does that tell us about where we are in the CTV migration trajectory, and what needs to happen next?
Well, I think overall ad spend will end up going up. Will it come to television? It's difficult. We've got the other issue with TV is we've got declining eyeballs. TV is measured independently. When you have declining eyeballs, you have fewer impressions to sell. In addition to that, we've got a declining demographic. Actually, if you look at the latest ThinkBox data on the demo, so one of the most desirable demos is this younger demo that brands so desire. Whether that's right or wrong is another debate. I think we probably over-target to that younger demographic because the older ones is the ones with the money. But this 16 to 34, as it is in the UK, is the most attractive to brands. So what will happen? What will be the fallout for streaming to grow? I really am hesitant about it, but I think TV will get much better at selling itself. They'll digitize the operation. They will move more to outcomes, and I think they'll talk in a language that will appeal to these brands and organizations who are putting their money into performance. And as Carolyn McCall said also, I hate this term performance. I mean, I'm in the UK at the moment and I'm looking at TV ads and I'm seeing perfume ads before Christmas. I mean, if TV isn't performance, why would you have these ads at Christmas time, year after year? And it's because they sell, and it sells in the short-term basis. But TV is absolutely, has been bad in the past of proving that connection.
Mm-hmm. And so, you know, when we come back here in 12 months' time, how do you think the market could look different?
I think some of the consolidation conversations will be a bit more prominent. I think collaboration amongst the existing media sales houses of whatever markets will be much tighter, and the way that they are talking today is so much different than the way they talked 2 or 3 years ago. Some of the things they're doing today, they wouldn't have imagined 5 years ago, but they have to. Advertisers want audience, they want scale, they want ease of transaction. You can't get your reach curves anymore by chucking in a few ads against Coronation Street on a Wednesday night. It's just not possible. The fragmentation is a terrible headwind also for television, but being able to reach those audiences with scale, with consistency, means that these media sales houses need to work together. And I think you're going to see a lot more of that. You'll probably see a lot more higher level collaboration. and you're going to see the growth of these streaming services. Whether they catch up with the declines, I don't think so, but you're going to see them get better at that.